The amount of questions I have answered about palm oil business, palm oil storage business, guys, in the past few weeks has been out of this world. Like, I just realized that a lot of people want to go into the palm oil business, but they just do not know how to go about it, or they just need a bit of guidance. And trust me, over the past weeks, I have been mentoring people. I mean, if you're one of the people that I have spoken to, personally, even had conversations with on phone, please let them know in the comment that I'm not lying, because what? It's been crazy. And I realized that I have some more questions in my comment section, in my DMs, that I have not even been able to answer. So I decided, instead of doing it one at a time, which is obviously taking so much time, I might as well sit down here and just address some of those questions, because the truth is I cannot attend to every single thing in one sitting. Okay, so let's just get into it, because I want to answer quite a couple. All right?
Ryan Little.
Hey Bethans, welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. I'm excited to have you here. Now, if this is your first time coming across my channel, seeing my face, you are most definitely welcome. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up, and also do well to click on the bell icon just so you get notified every single time I put out a video. Okay, now without wasting any time, let's just get straight into this video. Okay, let's see how many we can take. And again, in no particular order, I'm just going to be reading them out and trying to answer as honestly as possible. Okay? Now, this one says, please, what did you say we should add on top of the planks before putting the kegs of palm oil? Okay, so I'm guessing you did not hear what I said. I said after putting the planks on the floor, you should make sure to put some sacks, these bags of rice, empty bags of rice. Just put that on the planks before putting your palm oil on them, because again, I mentioned that it is very important your palm oil doesn't touch the cemented floors. Okay, it's going to maybe congeal or just change the taste of the palm oil, especially if you're doing the storage business. So it is important that your oil doesn't touch the floor, the cement floors. Okay, now the next one is, please, which agents ship palm oil abroad? There are tons of agents that ship palm oil abroad, because again, palm oil is that product that you cannot just ship anyhow. You need to do it with people that have been in the business. And as much as I know quite a few, I cannot readily, mention them here, because first, it will be me running adverts for them. And secondly, I cannot guarantee, how well or how fast they can do it, because the truth is, once I put a brand out there and something goes wrong, you first come back to me and say, oh, Betha, you were the one that mentioned. So I'm always very careful, mentioning brands, so yes, I know a few, but I cannot say this is the best or that is the best. Okay, but if you want to know as well, you can reach out to me personally, and depending on how well we talk, I might be able to say, oh yeah, I know these ones, you can use them, but don't come for me. So yeah, that's that. The next question here is, hi Betha, is it safe to can palm oil? When you say can, what does that mean? Can them as in plastics, or can them as in aluminum containers? I mentioned in my previous videos that it is not okay to put your palm oil in aluminum, or it's not okay. Just put it in plastic kegs, plastic drums, plastic bottles, just plastic. Okay, stay away from aluminum, stay away from stainless steel, just do plastic. All right, 25-liter kegs, plastic. Drums, plastic. Bottles, if you're reselling, you're selling to supermarkets, reselling to whoever you're reselling to, just make sure to use plastic containers. Okay, they are safer for your palm oil, and they help them retain their original taste. All right, aluminum can sometimes tamper with the taste and just the general look of your palm oil. So again, I would advise that you stick with plastic. Okay, now this comment says, I am in Enugu, I can supply you very good oil. I mean, that's a great idea, but please send me a DM, because I will not take responsibility for any transactions that you guys do in the comment section. Again, I cannot control the conversations that you have in my comment section. However, what I can control is the output. So if you do any business business with anybody you found in my comment section. Whatever comes out of it, that's your cup of tea, you know, because I did not, what's the English now? I did not stand, what's the English? Because at this point, I don't even know, but you get what I'm saying. Not be me put them there, not be me say, okay, go and do business with them. So anything where your eyes see, you take them like that. Okay, I needed to just put pigeon so that I can express myself properly. All right, now the next one here says, please, I help people buy palm oil. I'm from Ondo State, and I saw somebody asking the person, how much is 25 liters? Again, not be me send you that one. If they carry your money, go fine. I'm not saying that these people are not honest people. I'm just saying that you need to be careful. All right, this is the internet, and if you're the ones who drop these comments, I'm not outrightly saying that you are a bad person or you are a terrible person or you're trying to scam people. But again, I'm just saying that it would not be nice that, you know, these things happen to them on my page. So I have to address it, you know, publicly so that people are aware that I'm not the one who, you know, gave you guys the go ahead to do all of this business. If you are, you know, someone who supplies, there's no problem with that. You can actually reach out to me, you know, show me proof that this is what you do. And again, I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to see if I can visit, you know, 1 or 2 mills, you know, palm oil mills. So if you have that and you would not mind me, you know, coming, obviously me coming there means me talking about your brand, you know, trying out your oil on camera, giving my reviews, and then also putting your contact out there. You know, it's a chance for you to also be seen and, you know, people get to patronize you. So if you do not mind at all, hit me up, you know, send me the address. I will definitely come there, you know, just make a video and just vlog about the entire process. Okay, so don't feel bad that I'm coming here to say, oh, no, no, don't do business. So I'm not telling them not to do. I'm just saying they should be careful because anything will happen, it not really concern me. Okay, yeah. So the next one here is, please ma, how should I go about this? Like the village, the vendor. Again, this is one of the major questions I have been answering for the past few weeks. You know, people just wanting to know who my supplier is. You know, everybody saying, oh, Betha, we know you are in the business of palm oil. You know, we need you to tell us, we need you to tell us. The truth of the matter is that I do know a good meal. I do know a good palm oil meal back in Imo State, which is where I'm from. But then again, the issue with that particular meal is that they do not have access to, you know, logistics companies that can just get you the oil and, you know, send it. Again, you know that for them to send you the palm oil, it needs to be from here to here. And for everybody that I have spoken with on the phone, I kept telling them, you would be paying more if you know, try to get it from the mill that I spoke about, because you're first going to pay for the oil to be transported from that village to town, where we can now get proper logistics companies, you know, that will now transport the palm oil from there to wherever you are. So for me, that's not a wise decision when it comes to getting into a new business. I feel like we're getting into the business to make money and not just to spend more money. Okay, but of course, if you do not mind and you still want to get it from the exact same place that I'm speaking about, then please feel free to hit me up. You know, send me a DM and tell me, oh, yes, we heard everything that you said, but I would still like to get it from, you know, the place that you spoke about. Okay, that wouldn't be a problem at that point, because now you know why I keep saying you cannot particularly get from there. Okay, because of logistics, nothing else. Okay, now to the next question. It says, do you know of companies that buy palm oil and they use it for productions? Of course, there are so many companies that use it, like people that do soap, people, all these people that, you know, manufacture soap, cream, they use oil. Okay, so you need to do your own findings, do your research, and then figure out brands that, you know, make these things and brands that need palm oil to make these things. Okay, don't always wait for people to tell you everything. Some things, just research. Okay, research as well. I love people that research so much. Okay, the next one is, what of supplying to Abuja? Yeah, supplying to Abuja is also a good business idea, but you need to know the market. You need to understand the market, because of course there are people who are already selling palm oil in that state. So you need to find out what works and figure out, you know, the loopholes and how you can fill that up. Because if they're already selling palm oil, you probably want to now get into the market by supplying good palm oil, like like quality palm oil, or if they're selling for a particular price and you think it is too high and you can sell at a cheaper rate whilst still making some gain, good enough gain, then you can go into the market with that as well. Because again, you will definitely sell out on your palm oil, but you just need to figure out, how to penetrate into the market. Okay. Now this one says, thanks for the update. How do I get international buyers? How do I get international buyers? Of course, there are some pages on Instagram that, sell palm oil abroad, so you could reach out to them. You can find them, palm oil vendors in the UK, palm oil vendors in the US. Just search for something like that on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm sure there are some pages that will pop up. And then you can just get in their DM and say, oh, hey, I have palm oil. I can supply to you. You guys talk. If they're interested, you go ahead. If they're not, you find somebody else, you find another brand. I think you get to do that until you find what works. Again, it is a case of trying and failing. And I'm not saying failing with your money. I'm saying trying to, reach out to the brands. And when they say no, you try to reach out to another brand. Okay? I hope I'm able to answer that question. Right. Now, this person says, but I still need your advice. I wish I could DM you to discuss or contact you. Of course, you can DM me to discuss, but my mouth don't dey pay me. My mouth don't dey pay me. I for don dey collect money for all this talk. If to say I don't start to collect money for all this talk, what I don dey talk since, at least I for don buy Benz. But anyways, you can send me a DM, reach out to me and I'll try my best to respond. Okay. Now this one says, please organize for us co-investors who have the money but no time. How can we do this business? Send me a DM. Okay, that I'm here for you. Okay, send me a DM, right? Yeah, just send me a DM and we can discuss and see, what we can work around. Okay. Now the next is, I am in the East from Abia. I want to supply to anyone in the North. I feel like I've answered this question before. Reach out to me. Show me proof, just show me. And of course, if I'm convinced, I can then come on here and say, oh, this person I stand by, or this brand I stand by. Okay. Now for the last question in this particular video, this person says, very interesting. Please, is there any other thing to do that can fetch me money? I mean, side hustles that do not require capital. Now I left this particular question for the last because I remember that when I started this whole side hustle series thingy, I spoke about, businesses that you do not necessarily need capitals to start. Before we then talked about businesses that you can do online, businesses you can merge with your 9-to-5. Guys, I've had quite a number of videos on this whole, side hustle series. So please go on my page now, click on the playlist, and then just check for, the playlist that's titled Side Hustle Series, just business and all of that. And then you'll see videos, all right? I have spoken about businesses that you can do without any capital. I have spoken on businesses that you can do with little capital. I've spoken on businesses that you can do with high capital. And now we're talking palm oil, so it's just a bunch of, video ideas that I have put out there specifically for people who I know for sure, are looking to level up, make more money, which is actually the whole idea, of this side hustle series.